I've been a cashier for over 2 years now, so I've seen all kinds of weird, funny, and borderline insane things happen while working. Today has been super slow until I helped my last customer. He was an elderly gentleman just buying a few small items, so I greeted him and scanned his items, then told him his total. As I waited to see what his method of payment would be, he started unbuckling and unzipping his pants, and I was shocked, so I quickly looked away because what the heck? Then he quickly started apologizing and said, No, I am not trying to be indecent or anything. I am just wearing 2 pairs of pants and my wallet is inside. I slowly started to look back and I saw that he was, in fact, wearing a second pair of pants under the first and digging for his wallet. I just laughed awkwardly and he paid and started to leave. I told him to have a great night and he just said alright in the most serious way, as if accepting my words as a command. The strange part was the top layer of pants didn't seem to be painting pants or anything like that, they were just normal slacks from what I could tell. Overall interesting customer compared to the rest of this night. It cracked me up and I think I'll remember this one for quite a while. Standard on mobile formatting may be weird. Disclaimer. So back in college I lost my job due to my school schedule conflicting with the hours my boss demanded I should work. It was holiday season, so I decided my best bet would be to find a retailer that was looking for seasonal staff and look for another job in the meantime. I end up finding a very popular bath and body store in the mall that's hiring, you know the one. First few weeks everything is fine. I'm getting the hang of it, I know the products well, the discount is great, and I haven't had any real wild Karen incidents. Until Black Friday. Black Friday I get scheduled a 12-hour register shift. Not the worst thing I could be doing for 12 hours. Most people were pretty pleasant and just excited to get holiday shopping underway. Q Karen. The location I worked at was just over the border into the States from Canada. She immediately comes up to the register with probably easily $400 in merchandise and slams it down in front of me. I tried to remain pleasant and asked if she found everything okay and if she needed anything wrapped. This was the conversation. K Karen. Alright, so we're looking to wrap all this up today? K, well that's your job, isn't it? Am I supposed to wrap it myself? No ma'am, but sometimes people put these into other gifts so they don't always want them wrapped. Are all the same scents going together and being wrapped? Or is there another way you'd like them separated? K, are you actually a retard? Just wrap them. Yes ma'am, I'll get right on that just as soon as we complete the transaction. Your total today is X amount of dollars. Would you be paying cash or card today? K, card. Did you put my discount in for coming from Canada? I'm sorry? We don't offer a discount for Canadian shoppers, I do apologize. K, you're lying, I always get a discount for being from Canada. Let me call over my manager and confirm that I didn't make a mistake, give me one moment. Calls over headset and manager tells me that's never been a thing. I'm sorry, but I spoke to my manager and we have not ever nor are we offering a discount for Canadian shoppers. I do apologize for the confusion there. K, fine. Just run my card and do something useful. Okay ma'am, just go ahead and slide your card for me and then we'll get this all wrapped up. Card declines. Speaking quietly, I'm sorry ma'am, do you have another form of payment? It says this card was declined. K, what did you say? How the FCK do you expect me to hear you over these people? Speak up. Speaking very loudly, your card declined, do you have another form of payment? K, you really needed to announce that to the entire line? FCKU, you can take all this SHT back. Karen then proceeded to pick up a lotion bottle, one of the glass spa ones, and whip it at my head. That one got her escorted out of the mall and banned by security. I on the other hand was fine, took off my apron and walked out. The money was not worth it. Here's your gentle reminder not to be a DCK to retail workers this holiday season. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I was the assistant to the retail manager of a swimming pool store. We sold, as you might guess, swimming pools and swimming pool supplies. Anyone that has the misfortune of owning a pool or working in the industry knows that pool chemicals are a big part of pool maintenance and sales, and every shop has its own line of products and they are always better than every other shop's line of products, despite it really all being the same stuff. One day I was manning the store on closing shift. It was toward the end of the season and things had slowed down that evening. A few minutes before closing time I get a customer. "Oh good, you're still open." I internally roll my eyes. We all know that line. It's 5 minutes before quitting time but I put on my best customer service smile. "Me, how can I help you?" Customer, and I use the term loosely, "I'd like to return these chemicals." "Me. Okay, it's actually store policy that we cannot accept returns on chemicals." This was true, there were signs up everywhere and it was written on receipts as well. Customers in the past would purchase chemicals, use them, then return them after filling them with water or other substitute materials. So we had stopped accepting returns years and years ago. Customer, "Oh. Well, can you make an exception? My pool just fell down and I don't have any use for them now. I'm just trying to recoup my losses." Me, feeling sorry for her like the sucker I was, "Okay. Do you have your receipt?" Customer, "No." Me, "Well, let me see what you have." She plops several canisters of various pool chemicals on the table. Me, "These are all open and half used. And they aren't my brand of chemicals. You didn't even buy them from me." Customer, "Can you give me anything for them?" Me, fighting the urge to get rude, "Sorry, can't help you." This must have been 10 years ago. I've moved on to a different industry and thankfully blocked out many of the painful memories of that awful job, but I'll never forget the audacity of that customer. Trying to return half-used chemicals that she didn't even buy from me. A couple weeks ago I was helping check people out. I'm actually not a cashier but I can do it if necessary, and was checking out a guy who forgot his wallet in the car. It wasn't super busy and I told him go ahead and go get it. There's 2 more cashiers checking people out and 1 lady in line. I'm at cash register 2. Meanwhile, my coworker at cash register 1 finished up and hits her button calling the next person to cash register 1. Now these registers are not separated. It's one long bar and we're next to each other. We could hold hands from our registers if we wanted to. So the lady comes down and sees me and looks as though she is about to set her stuff down, so I politely tell her she'll take you at 1 and gesture next to me, and my coworker smiles and says I'll get you right here. Well, instead of being a normal person and just putting her stuff at the next register, she says, "Well, you're open, why don't you want to check me out?" I explain that I have a customer and he ran to get his wallet. She starts huffing and puffing saying well he's not even in the store. Again, she didn't have to wait for a register and didn't even have to take 2 steps to be at the appropriate register. So my guy comes back and we're checking out our respective customers. As the lady was leaving she looks me in the eyes while telling my coworker I hope you have a lovely day, her tone implying that she hoped I didn't. On the way out the door she runs into my manager who she recognizes and I can see her looking at me while they're talking. The manager never said anything to me. There are so many moments in life that bring about unpleasant feelings, that I never understood why you would want to create your own rather than enjoying the peace. I work in returns at a major department store. I've been doing it 6.5 years and I know most of the lookup tricks and ways to do a return. Last night I went on break and had a girl that I started training a month ago cover my break. I come back and she's doing a non-receipted return for a bunch of kids' juniors clothes, but she's stuck on one. The tag is on it luckily because it's one that doesn't have a UPC in it, and when she scans it the computer says UPC not found, which means it's probably not ours. She says I can't find this on our website and it won't scan, so I don't know how to return it. The customer starts making rude comments because we are taking too long. I go and do a quick search online and no go. I go to the back computer and look in our database with the UPC on the ticket and the style number, and I even drill down through brand and look in boys and girls departments since it was a size 18-20 and definitely not juniors as she claims. The lady meanwhile has forgotten her wallet for the return and doesn't have her phone or ID and went out to her car to get them. She comes back 5 minutes later and says my mom bought them for me but I lost the gift receipt, so I'll call her and ask for the receipt. Okay, I can look up all the UPCs on the receipt and see if this has an alternate UPC I'm not finding in my system. My mom can't find the receipt and she paid cash. Just give me what she paid for it. Coworker looks at me and I say, Mom, I'm sorry but I can't return something our computer system has no record of selling. This UPC doesn't work in our computers and I have no other way to look it up. She says, well, it says it's $22, just give me that. Yeah. No. She then calls her mom again and hangs up like 10 seconds later and says my mom wants me to talk to a manager. This woman is easily 50 years old and still calling her mom if she even actually called anyone. I call for a manager and the manager asks if I looked in the database and I said yes, UPC not found, and it's red. The manager says sorry. Can't return it. It's not ours. The lady then takes her merchandise credit for the rest and immediately flips it into a new sale, the whole time telling us we are stupid, unprofessional, stealing from her, and she's going to report us all to corporate. Then she asks when our Black Friday sales start, as she will want to return everything and review it then to save money. I do it all of the time and it saves me so much. So now I can't wait for her to come in and do a return review and have the prices changed to buy one get one 50% off and have her return get voided because the new sale prices are higher, so I can get called unprofessional and stupid again. I hope she does call corporate. I'm pretty sure she will eventually get flagged for fraud and everything will have to go corporate refund. Originally posted in r, I don't work here lady, told I should post here too. I work at a small booth in a tourist area. The booth is part of a larger marketplace that opens at 10 a.m. This particular morning, the bus system was running late, so I didn't show up to open until 10:15. Additionally, my boss wanted me to do last night's register report. Before I open, all of our merch is covered by bed sheets, and the lights are all off. I kept it this way while I did the report so no one would think that we were open yet, as customers were around looking at other booths. As I am sitting there, a man and his daughter walk up and start picking up the bed sheets themselves to look at our stuff. I didn't notice until they walked up to the register, which was very obviously off and still covered with the bed sheets as well. The guy tries to hand me what they want to buy, without even acknowledging me. I start to explain that we're not open yet, and before I can ask him to give me a few minutes, he throws the merch down on the bedsheet and stomps off. The part that really upsets me is that he emailed the company and tried to say that I was an hour late, my timestamp says otherwise, and refused him service. Thankfully my boss was understanding. TL, Dr. Guy thinks he can buy stuff from a closed store, just because I am sitting at the booth.